happens to be the most popular cruise ship in the world right now, and we cannot wait to tour you around and give you our honest opinion of all the different floors, activities, food, and what it has to offer. So make sure you like, and let's get into this video. But if you're new to our channel, we're Mitch and Ella of MitchEllaCo, and after 5 years, 20 countries, and over 150 travel videos, we're going on our biggest adventure yet, around the world in 80 stays. We're visiting luxury escapes, iconic city hotels, legendary cruise ships, Disney resorts, and the theme parks that go with them. We're showing you the most unforgettable places to stay and what to do nearby. No, we are not in New York, but we are in the middle of the ocean on the way back from the Bahamas in Central Park in the middle of the cruise ship. If you didn't know, they have a huge collection of live plants in the middle of the ship that you can look into called the Central Park. We've experienced this on multiple ships, but not every single one. It also has the biggest collection, I'd say, of extra cost restaurants. There is Chops Grill, 150 Central Park cafes included, but Izumi's Hibachi Grill, as well as like more luxury expensive shops. So it's great to stroll during the day and at night. It's even raining right now, but I still love it. There is a tradition to bring a bunch of ducks on the cruise ship and find them. Mitch is 4 for 4. He has spotted them in the most crazy places, including Central Park. We just found this one. It says keep or hide, or you decide. And then it shows you the family name, the ship of where it was found. It's so cute. If you come on here, you definitely need to keep your eyes peeled for all different sizes, shapes, and colors. I do know that if you make it on the cruise ship the first day, they have better sales in combining different meal experiences. This one is the Chops Grill, but I think 150 Central Park is the steakhouse. This has more elevated, I don't know, wedge salad, seafood, I see shrimp, and things like that on the menu. 150 Central Park. Now that I've read the menus, I know this is the elevated, fancier one. Your chance to get extremely dressed up if you don't during main dining. And then on the opposite side was the steakhouse. Now in between there is the Rising Tides, which is the rising bar that comes up from the promenade and slowly lifts you into Central Park as you drink your cocktails. Not on every ship, but definitely on this one. We decided to let someone else keep it. It's so adorable. You gotta grab and go. We already have a collection. If you didn't find any other bars on any other floors, this is the 8th floor in the middle of Central Park. You find the Trellis Bar. You can pick up your cocktail for the evening and stroll through the park or the entire cruise ship. This is nice, but I am a really big fan of the Star of the Seas because that was the most recent one. It's the newest as well, is that it has a champagne bar and it just looks so adorable, but this one's great. My favorite lunch spot would be the Park Cafe. It is not an additional cost to go in there. They have sandwiches, salads, and a bunch of fruit that you can take. Even specialty order Ruffles and Lays. If you ask them nicely, they'll give you a whole bag to go. We have Izumi's in the park, which is like sushi to go, and then Izumi's with hibachi, where you have the show in front of you and they cook up all the fried rice and everything. It's awesome experience, but again, this is an additional cost to experience. If you needed a little bit of luxury shopping, you can hit the collection in the middle or on the edge of Central Park. If not, the Promenade has you covered, lots to choose from, and we haven't even made it there yet. We're still on level 8 with so many more floors to go. We skipped 7, guys, not gonna lie. It's mostly rooms, and we made it to level 6, which is the Vitality Spa and Fitness Center. It's behind me. The smells will soon consume us, but it's wonderful to walk around. They even have salons and nail care and massages and a bunch of consultations. You can look on the app and they have a lot to offer. This is pretty standard in Royal Caribbean ships though.
Welcome to the Mitch of MitchEllaCo. Yeah, nice gym. Always nice gyms on Royal Caribbean. They're like the best, 10 out of 10. We didn't really hit the gym today, and lately what I found is I've been going to the walking track instead of actually coming to the gym and being a cardio bunny. But they're really good, and it has a whole rack of every rate it just has it's a full industrial gym on the cruise. 10 out of 10.
We have made it to level 5, and this is the Promenade. Not only can you find bidding for artwork, you can hear them bidding. There's also different trivia on the opposite side, and a Starbucks behind me. It just keeps going, but we're about to tour you through it. So inside the art auction that's happening right now, it's called Boleros, and usually there's like samba classes and salsa. Very wonderful for live music and late night dancing. This Starbucks, I wanted to make note, is extra cost, just so you guys know it's not included in the drink package. And then across the way where the trivia is the Spotlight Karaoke, which as you're walking in the evening, you can hear people getting it after, especially like I Will Survive songs, you know, the classics of karaoke. There's lots of shopping, and I can see some. We'll take a look. So there is the shop that is Royal Caribbean-esque right behind me, but there's also perfumes, jewelry, bags throughout the middle. Now our advice is either, well, I think on the first day they run a bunch of specials for the internet, for the restaurants, but on the last day you do the shopping because they run all the sales, trying to get you to buy the goods before we get off the ship. I want to take a look inside the Royal shop though.
This is called the merch shop.
Okay, they even have Disney pins, which I had not seen before, and they have the shirts with like Utopia or whatever the boat is on your shoulders, just like Disney. Now we just made it through all 6 Disney parks worldwide, so you guys should definitely check out those videos as well. But in here, lots of sweatshirts. We are with my in-laws on this trip, and they were looking for extra outfits to wear to dinner and get fancy. This shop is not for that. It's more sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, more beach casual.
Papa Murphy's, Papa John's, no Papa Sorrento's. This is an amazing all-inclusive pizza. Be aware they offer different options here. Most people just get cheese, but they have like Hawaiian night sometimes, pepperoni. 10 out of 10. This is everybody's late night snack that they come and have.
It's our tradition when we come in these cruise ships, we have to find the next ship nook and ask about the world cruise. We were obsessed when it came out a couple of years ago and went to like 60 countries, and because we're cruise people. We still have not heard the next release date of the next world cruise, but just so you know, the next cruise nook is off the Promenade, right across from Cafe Promenade. We have some nice life-size letters that don't let you forget what ship you're on, the Utopia. But also, I remember when we first took our first cruise like 5 years ago, there was a car in the middle of the walkway. So I want to remember my excitement for you guys that there is a full-size car in the middle of like this mall walkway surrounded by restaurants and shops, and it just shows you the sheer size of just the center of it. And then that Central Park is above us, and then we haven't even made it to the boardwalk with a carousel and slides and the aqua show. So it is an enormous ship, not to be overshadowed by most of the ships in the ocean. This is a really, really big ship with a lot to do. We have made it to the pesky parrot, which is unique to the Utopia of the Seas. You have to get on this ship to experience it. It actually has a talking parrot, which she is trying to capture right now, but I love the neon sign in the background. Tropic like it's hot. It's so good. And then the dollars from the ceiling. It makes you feel like you're in a Mexico college bar or something in the middle of this luxurious cruise ship. Something to experience once you book on the Utopia of the Seas. Now I heard from the cruise director on the TV that this place has the best old-fashioned Bell and Barley. They also have fantastic live music late at night. This is where the party is to start, and then you slowly go to the music hall, or you go to the theater, or even after all the events take place, then you come here. This is like the last stitch of entertainment, but it's always a good time just to walk through. Now we've made it to the end of the 5th floor, the end of the promenade, to the first dining room. Now this is 3 levels, so it starts at 5, then goes to 4, then goes to 3. We have experienced fantastic dinner every night we've come here. Usually there's a My Time dining and it's on level 3 where you come at your own leisure or you book it early on the app, but we always forget to book it early. This is your key time to dress up to the nines. You know, they have theme nights and in here anything goes. I've seen tropic shirts to evening gowns, prom dresses to, I don't know, all white disco shirts from the 80s. Anything goes. So this is pretty gorgeous on the inside and all inclusive. So this is level 5, level 4, level 3, all around. But this chandelier though, spectacular.
So we're on the walking track. We are on the Star of the Seas and it has a walking track. I love the Oasis classes because they all have these amazing walking tracks. Believe it or not, we were on the Star for like 8 days, a long time. I think I clocked in over 80 miles. I was doing like 10 miles a day. It was wonderful. Best part of my day. It does have a couple seating areas on this Oasis class on the Utopia and even a pet relief. So if you have a service dog, you can bring the service dog and go to the bathroom out here. It's crazy. The track is like, I think it's like 2.1 laps and it gives you a mile, but I absolutely love it. I come here at like 5 in the morning and walk it before anyone else is here. And then if you see the shows and you want to see one of the performers, like outside of them performing, this is like 99% that most likely you're going to see them out running here. That's how they stay so fit. But that being said, probably my favorite feature on the entire ship is a walking running track. Amazing.
The schooner bar is packed right now. We're on level 6 and people are getting down with their bad selves. Usually there's live music over there. Again, another entertainment bar. The drink package has got you covered over there to hang out. And then as we stand, this is the photo gallery. There'll be photographers throughout the ship where they'll take your photo, it'll link to your room, and you get to review them over here. So we're in the boardwalk and it is crazy out there. We have the carousel, we have the slide where it ends up from the top level. We have the Playmakers, which is the sports bar. You can go there to watch any sports. We've actually watched a Super Bowl on a cruise ship before last year. Then there are also play places and the aqua theater, which I mentioned before. Right now we're in the Sugar Bum, I want to say.
Sugar Beach, Gabriella.
Sugar Beach, where you can pick up all the sugar that you want if there's not enough in the Windjammer and any of the meals and all the cookies to go. This is the place for you. There's also culinary classes, which I've seen candy sushi, I've seen gingerbread decorations and cupcake decorating as well. So something to make note of if you wanted the kiddos to have an extra activity, this would be the place. Welcome to the pool that is designated for the entertainers. We're on the front of the ship. Rear of the ship. And it's the aqua show. We have attended this and the slackliners, holy smokes, they are, I don't want to, like 14 stories up, something crazy. And then our secret sauce, special tip is that you sit in the splash zone, but the furthest back splash zone if you don't have reservations. Spectacular, the best seating we've ever had, and this show is particular to this ship. We have made it to level 4 and we just left the boardwalk. Now we're downstairs and the Utopia station is ready for you to spend extra money and have a train cart dining experience. This is unique to Utopia of the Seas and it is behind this entryway. You can book it and then they take you through the whole show and there's performers and the windows all turn into TV screens, so it's like you're on a legit train. This could be the next best thing if you're not into traveling to Europe and taking trains. You could experience it just out of Florida. Before we make it into the casino, I'll have to drop in a couple clips that we took on the first day. I asked the gentleman that was guarding the door as we were filming if we could take a look inside. They were doing a whiskey tasting, which is an additional event, but they said the best way to see the interior, even if you don't book it, is the first day, which we got some videos for you, so I'll stitch those in, and now we make our way into the casino. So we're on the Utopia of the Seas, and this is the railroad dining cart that you can pay extra for, and then they put on shows and there's windows that are TV screens. Crazy. Look at this place. This is the waiting area. And we're still on a cruise ship. We hear the best way to get upgraded and earn the most points with Royal Caribbean is to gamble here. It is poppin'. We're at sea. There's so many people down here. There is a smoking and a non-smoking section for your gambling pleasure. Welcome to Studio B, which is the ice skating rink on board. This is my all-time favorite I've ever experienced on every single cruise ship. It blows my mind every single time. You can also free skate, but it's called Studio B behind me, and it's called Utopia, not a typo. We are seeing it tonight, and so I'm sure we'll have some shorts out of our experience, but spectacular. I'm sure, even though we haven't experienced this yet, it's going to be my #1 thing, my recommendation, and then the aqua show will be #2. Just on the other side of the casino is the Royal Theater. We have seen movies here. There is The Price is Right going on right now, the adult comedy, as well as the marriage feuds, I want to say. So lots of entertainment. And then the third recommendation, which this is hard, it should be a tie, is the All In show. We watched that. The light show, absolutely spectacular, fantastic. Make sure you don't miss it because it's only on this cruise ship. Okay guys, we're a little out of breath. We just came all the way up from the boardwalk to the 18th floor, and that is the #1 rule of cruising. You have to take the stairs, not the elevators, even 18 floors up. We have made it to the top of the ship, which is the suite level, and it has a couple dining spots to choose from. Unfortunately, we have not made it to the level where we can access these suites just yet, but maybe if you guys like the video, then we can get more popular and do more reviews and make it in there for you. But we're making our way down to 17 is the suite level as well, and then 16, that's where all the action happens.
Welcome back to the Mitch of MitchEllaCo. Hope you guys are having a great day. Yes, this is the most popular cruise ship in the world right now. We are on the Utopia of the Seas. We're at the Crown Lounge. Eventually I'll get here. I have a plastic little non-special cup. I want that $100,000 diamond cup. We just went from gold members to, I think, platinum or diamond members. The next one is to get to, I don't know the levels. I need to know the levels. But I want to get to the 80-night cruise because then you get some more perks and bonuses. So we're on our 30th night with Royal Caribbean and we're on our 10th cruise. So we're doing pretty good. That being said, we're at the Crown Lounge on level 16, deck 16. I don't think we'll be able to chew you around, but it's here.
So the thing to know about the ship is that there is a back end, there's a front end and then a back end. Right now we're at the back end, and here is where the sports courts are. There's a mini golf section, there's a giant slide that goes down multiple levels, there's a surf simulator, a basketball court. It's kind of windy outside, so we'll grab some shots of this, but here are the suite levels. You can see they're higher. It's that 18 and 17, and then we'll continue all the way back and tour you through all this good stuff. But it's awesome when something has a miniature, you know it's good. And our other piece of advice is to download the app, and it shows you all the levels of where everything is located as well. So we started the video down on the boardwalk, but we are on the 16th floor. Around me there is zip lining, there's table tennis, there's a basketball court, a mini golf course, and a slide that goes down 10 levels. There is so much to offer. Now we're out at sea today, and so there are so many people here and lots of wind noise. We'll try to capture it all so you can get a feel when you plan your trip here, but again, so many activities on level 16. Because this is the most popular, of course it has the trendiest sport that is pickleball. There is a pickleball tournament going on, as well as a zip line coming in, and then behind me is the table tennis. It's all encompassed. We're gonna walk over to the mini golf, which I love because it's under the sea themed. We have the golf course behind me. We have this nook and corner, but you can see from my hair, it's so windy. We also walked by the surf simulator, which if you wanted to take a chance and try that out, is a great activity, as well as the Abyss, which is the slide that goes down 10 floors if you're okay with heights. Essentially, but the golf course was perfect for all ages. I love that this is here. We have the local bar, which has the burritos, the tacos, the quesadillas, but my favorite is the to-go nachos. If you didn't know, and we didn't already mention, all this food is completely included in the cruise. There are extra expense restaurants, but we'll tour you those around favorites though. We have made it to the kiddie casino that is the arcade. This is on the opposite side of El Loco Fresh. So once you get your burritos, if you want to take a break from the wind and get some loud arcade games, you can make it in here. But you should note that it is an extra charge to come in here and play. So if the kids use their C-Pass, you could get a bill from the arcade. Just something to be aware of. Now technically we are on 15, but that is because I mentioned earlier the 16th floor on the upper deck is closed right now. Usually it has cabanas and sun chairs to rent or just lounge on, and it's on the upper deck if you can see behind me. There's also the slides, which technically you access the stairs on this level, but they're on the upper decks too. Just something to mention before we make it down. And there's one more restaurant, and we're trying to make our way to it. It's called Hooked. So we are now on the opposite side. We came from all the outdoor activities for the kiddos and grown adults, and we have made it to the extra expense restaurant that is Hooked. I love the exterior. This is a staple in a lot of the Royal Caribbean ships that we've been on. We have not eaten here, but it is seafood themed. The interior, we'll take a look around for you. There's no one in there right now, but something to see. Again, you need to walk the whole ship, but when we compare it to Star of the Seas, for example, if you haven't seen that review, definitely go check it out. That one is built into the aqua dome, which makes sense because it's water themed. This one is a little more out of place and hidden, and I think if you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't find it. We are kicking off level 15 with a bang in the Solarium, which I also like to think of as the greenhouse of the ship. This is an adults only area. It has a bar built in, a restaurant, so essentially you don't have to leave. There's also pools, hot tubs, and lots of people. Again, it's a day at sea, but this is one of our favorite parts to chill and relax because there's less screaming babies and usually less music. So I see a lot of people lounging, reading books, and probably using the internet package to scroll social media. Again, great area. This is another staple of Royal Caribbean ships, and this one is gorgeous, as you can see. In case you wanted to leave the greenhouse or it was a little too cold or too hot in there, you make it outside just the entrance, and it's the view bar. This is like an overhang. Usually we see these as whirlpools, but this is a bar overlooking it. Again, we're at the front of the ship now. We're making our way through 15 and through all the pools. Now that we've looped back through the Solarium, we make it to the water parks. Like I said, they're on level 15 as the entrance, and then you go all the way up. There's 3 to choose from, but the whole area is called the Perfect Storm. It has the Cyclone, Supercell, and Typhoon. To be honest with you guys, we've ridden so many cruises and never been on a single water slide. We're hoping for the best for this cruise, but if you've been on any of these, you need to leave a comment down below to tell us which one's the best. On the other side of the water slides is the kiddie play place area. So I feel like the teenagers could ride the water slides, the kids could hang out over here, and then across, what is this? The Central Park. You don't even know. The ship is just so big. Is the other adults pool. I think kids are allowed to go over there too, so it's more family oriented, but one of our biggest takeaways from any of these cruises is that they are very family centric. So there are 2 of these hot tubs up here, but I will note on the other cruise ships we've experienced, there's so many hot tubs and they're called cantilevers that overhang. This is not the same, but this ship is known for their party, so I think it's a little less swimming and water and a little more party central. Behind me is the coconut lime bar, which is it? Lime and coconut. I always get them backwards. This is another staple of Royal Caribbean. This one is multi-level, but there's not another bar upstairs. There's a main one and then a seating area. You can see the colors throughout, so you can definitely spot it from afar. And then on the opposite side, there are more pools, even more pools. I just have one complaint of this ship, and that is the smoking section. To me, it is way more centralized than it should be. I wish they would have like shoved it in a nook somehow, but it is the entire span of as you walk around the lime and coconut on the 15th floor, and I swear we have walked through it like 16 times, and it is quite popular. The next thing is one of the unique things about Utopia is the food. We have another food spot that I'll show you in 2.5 seconds. We have the spare tire, which is included in your cruise. You can pick up little sandwiches and snacks on the go. They even have, I forget what it's called, but it's essentially deep fried cheesecake with strawberry filling, and it is really, really good. If you wanted to get your sugar high, not from the unlimited ice cream, you can come to the spare tire and check this out because, again, I think this is only on the Utopia of the Seas. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind, no, just kidding, it's on every ship, Windjammer. That is the all-you-can-eat buffet. It is open breakfast, lunch, and dinner throughout the days, so it closes and reopens. It's behind me. If you've been on a ship, you know the washy-washy drill. You wash your hands, you make your rounds, and you fill up your plates to your heart content, and you have no worries. Like, this is a staple, like I've said before, but this is on every Royal Caribbean ship that we have experienced, and I feel like in their fleet. So you can see behind me what to expect if you've never been here. They have all the food, and you grab a plate, you fill up. There's international, there's breads, there's fruits, and desserts. You gotta try some of the mini desserts, the cookies, unlimited. Great late night snack. This is always open. Just something to experience if you hadn't, but it's pretty crazy how much food they really go through. We were at dinner last night and they were telling us
20,000 meals a day.
20,000 meals a day. Unbelievable. Just outside of the Windjammer is the Mason Jar Southern Restaurant. It is an extra cost to go in, but it is free to soak up the vibes. They have a live band right now and swinging chairs, and it is just so adorable. But you can definitely book reservations for it through the app too. A fantastic extra perk that you have on board is that you get to use the Ocean, Adventure Ocean. It has different age groups that are applicable to your child that you bring on and different activities. So whether you're a preteen or a toddler, you can drop your kids off and you can go make the most of the cruise. So very well, money well spent by coming here, especially with kids. We're gonna see how far we can get in to take a look, but it's adorable on the inside. You can see it from the carpet. This is perfect, guys. I found an age chart that is made into the wall so you can't get lost. So you have the AO babies, 6 to 36 months, Play Place, Little Ones, and Millie, I don't know, AO Juniors, 5 years, workshops, AO Theater, so they have theater nights for the kids, and then spinning over here, we have 6 to 12-year-olds, 6 to 12, years out, and then I think the preteen place is somewhere else, but it's just cute. Welcome to the escape room, which is just on the inside nook of the kids' play place area. This, you can pay extra, get locked in a room, and then try to figure your way out. This is an extra cost. I believe that all the kids' play place areas are not, so they're included in your cruise. I have seen this on a couple of other cruises, but not every single one has an escape room. So we're just leaving level 14 and making it down to 12, because if you didn't know, there's no level 13s. We've experienced this on every single Royal Caribbean.
They're unlucky.
They're extremely unlucky.
Literally the reason that's why they don't do it.
When you're hiking the stairs and you say like, oh, we gotta make it to level 15, just know that there's one less level that you actually have to hike.
Or if you're on the club and you met a girl and she tells you her room number starts with 13, she didn't like it.
We've made it to Giovanni's, which is the Italian extra cost restaurant. We've already seen Hooked and we've seen the Mason Jar restaurant and now Giovanni's. Now, when we were touring Hooked, they definitely told us that it was the best interior, because I'm obsessed with the Hook's interior, but every one of the workers in there said it's Giovanni's. So we need to take a look around because there is a competition going on. So you skip 10 and 11 because those are all rooms that people stay in, and you make it down to 9, which mostly has rooms except for the music hall that is behind me, huge dance floor, and it overlooks the boardwalk. Welcome to 7414. This is our suite. You know, it's very nice in here. This is it, guys. Huzzah! No, we have a nice little workspace, but also makeup zone. This lighting is perfection when you turn off the lights. I can't tell you how many hotels we've been through in the last 6 months where the lighting for makeup is terrible. Royal Caribbean excelled at this. also lots of plugs. We have USB, USB-C, 3 regular, I want to say 220 volt, and some European plugins. We have the TV, which technically, don't mind our collection of stuff, pops out and comes over, which is new to us, I think, normally, or it's pretty standard. In our other room that we had on Star of the Seas, the bed faced the wall, and so it was on the wall, did not pop out, so that was my confusion. We have plenty of storage, lots of different drawers, tissues, and then is this a mini fridge we've never even looked at before? There's just so much food, we don't bring any food back to the room. We have closets that frame in the whole sitting area, and I will say this couch is super deep inset that a little kid could totally sleep here. And last but not least is the bed. We have a queen or 2 twins shoved together. The nice nightstands on each side. You have lighting and control of the full room lights, as well as the voicemails that are left by the spa on the telephone because they want you to come use coupons. Come on in. We have a capsule shower, very standard for Royal Caribbean. We have the toilet. It is not a bidet. And then we have the full-size mirror. This is a nice piece, but it's wallpaper, not actual tile. And then a light sink and plenty of towels. The maid service has been fantastic. And I forgot to mention their little towel animal. They leave us every day. But last but not least is to tell you how much we spent on this trip, this room, and where it ranks on our 80 stays around the world. Here is our perfect little towel animal. Every day it's different. Today it has eyelashes because I have eyelashes. She must have saw me and found these stickers. Okay, so overall, how much we spent on this room. It was for 2 of us because the more people in the room, the lower the price. It was about $800 per person, and it's a 4-night, 5-day cruise. So that brings the total to about $200 per night, which when you tally up all the shows, the unlimited food, we didn't even mention our particular cruise went to the Perfect Day at Coco Cay and the Bahamas. There's just so much to do here. I can't even imagine. For $200 a night. You do have to pay more upfront. You won't have internet unless you pay for it. Gambling, drink packages, the extra expense restaurants will run your tab more. So not everybody will be as inexpensive as we are, but where it ranks on our 80 stays around the world, it's really hard for us because Star of the Seas sits at #1, and this is not dethroning it, but we have stayed at a bunch of really great hotels. But again, we can't deny it for the price and all the effort and energy that you get to exert on this trip. It's just uncomparable. It has to be in #2. So it's above the Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is our go-to hotel that like holds the hotel spot. But out of our 80 stays, it's #2, Utopia. You are the second best, biggest weekend in the world. Last but not least, if this was helpful, please like the video and maybe even share it with somebody else that's planning their cruise tours and wants to see what cruise ship to book. Next up, we are moving to Florida, so we'll have a bunch of Florida content coming up, as well as a Mediterranean cruise through Spain this summer. So make sure you like and subscribe. We got a lot of good content. Check out our China series, all our Disneys. There's just a lot of good stuff. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.